I know who you are, Marston.
In the corners of the world, there are figures that do not cast shadows, not because they defy light, but because they are born from darkness itself. They do not ride with lawmen or outlaws. They do not seek land, or legacy, or loot. They simply appear, and they watch. In Red Dead Redemption, one such figure emerges from the dust and silence. The Strange Man. He is no bandit, no bounty hunter. He holds no gun, robs no banks, fears no retribution. But he knows you.
Old Dutch Vanderlyn shot in the head on that raid on the ferry a few years back. Same one you got shot on. Pretty girl, until her eye was hanging out by a thread of tendon and her brain was plastered over a wall.
Not really.
Then why would you remember me, friend? You've forgotten far more important people than me.
What's your game, friend?
I don't have a game, John. Listen, sometimes I just wish I'd known more about life. I wish I'd had better guidance. A friend of mine is drunk as a skunk in the saloon on Thieves' Landing. I think he's gonna be unfaithful to his dear wife. Why don't you head over there and see if you can advise him how best to proceed?
What do you think I am?
I know what you are, John. Just if you've got the time, friend.
And in knowing you, he becomes something far more terrifying than any enemy the game throws your way. He becomes the eye in the mirror, the one that never blinks. It begins simply enough though, a polite conversation, a man in a suit standing where no man should be. But as we peel back the layers, we come to understand this isn't just another stranger mission. This is a confrontation with the unknown, and perhaps with the eternal.
Excuse me, mister.
Yeah, and what do you want?
Look, don't ask me how, but I know what you're about to do, and you need this.
What? Oh. Thank you.
Look, there's no need to thank me. It's obvious you need this.
You're damn right I do. I deserve a good woman. You're right.
Don't mention it.
Yeah.
Go on now.
Huh. Oh. Too fast, Mom. Now then, where were we? That's best.
Death in Red Dead is not sudden. It rides behind you, at a distance, quiet and patient. The Strange Man walks in that rhythm. He appears at key moments, not with menace, but with stillness. He does not ask for blood. He asks for reflection. He's always near water, lakes, swamps, places of crossing. In mythology, these are thresholds. The river Styx, the crossing into the afterlife. When you meet him, he speaks of morality, of judgment, but he never tells you the rules. That's not Death's job. Death does not punish. Death observes. Death waits. And in the end, Death collects. Consider, though, the third and final encounter. After it ends, he walks slowly away into the trees. You can follow him, but you will never find him. Not truly. He vanishes. Just like Death, he never leaves a door you can knock on. Only the echo of footsteps. Only the space where someone once stood. But others believe the Strange Man is no angel of mercy, no silent ferryman. They see the devil. In this theory, he has a classic temper, dressed sharply, speaking smoothly, inviting you not to resist sin, but to question if it even mattered. He challenges you, not with force, but with insinuation. He asks you to act, to choose between vengeance and forgiveness, to pass judgment on others even as you try to redeem yourself. Each decision you make under his watch becomes a test. But here's the twist. You'll never know if you're passing. He quotes scripture. He disappears in the fire. He stands where no human should stand. And yet, he knows everything about you. That's the devil in folklore. Not a monster in horns, but a lawyer in a well-tailored coat. He deals in contracts, in games, in truths that destroy rather than deceive. So when he says, I know you, what he might mean is this: I own you.
Welcome to Nuevo Paraiso, John.
Where do I know you from?
You're famous, John. You're the man who shot a bunch of banditos as soon as he turned up in this country. You're a man who decided right and wrong, between a man and death, between a man and his wife.
And who are you?
You know, I admire you, John. I hope my boy turns out just like you.
For your sake, I hope you don't.
But why are you faithful to your wife if you pay a man to sleep with whores?
I'll let the appropriate authorities judge my morality, friend.
Yes, you will. And they shall. Anyway, I hear that an old nun is traveling from the monastery, taking the money she raised at the bank. Why don't you head up there and see if you can lend her a hand? Road's full of thieves. Either that or rob her yourself. I'll see you around, John.
I hope you don't.
Then there's also a third path, one that speaks to something quieter, more human. What if the strange man is not a being at all? Not divine, not demonic, but psychological? What if he is John's guilt, externalized? He knows things because John knows them. He appears when John is alone. And he asks the question no one else will. Have you changed? Are you truly sorry? Doesn't matter. In this interpretation, the strange man is John's reflection, not in glass, but in flesh, a manifestation of his inner war, the part of him that wants peace, and the part of him that knows peace cannot exist without penance. He walks away in the end, not because he is done, but because John is. That final confrontation is not a test passed. It is simply a ledger closed. Rockstar's Western is deeply rooted in literature. The strange man, then, fits this archetype. He is the man in black in The Seventh Seal, the wandering stranger in Blood Meridian, the shape in the background of every tragic tale who represents inevitability. Every great tragedy has a figure who knows the ending, who watches the hero struggle, fail, rise again, only to fall, not out of malice, but out of the truth. Some endings are written. The strange man is that figure. He doesn't intervene. He doesn't save. He simply records. And when his part is done, he vanishes. Because that's all he ever was. A whisper. A warning. A footnote in someone else's story. Here, we step outside the game. Past the desert. Past the controller. Into the realm of the player. The strange man knows you. He is aware not just of John's sins, but of your actions. How you played the game, who you killed, how you justified it. He breaks the wall without ever touching it. That wink, that tone, that final line. It isn't meant for John. It's meant for you. The person behind the screen. The ghost haunting the story. You can kill 1,000 men. Steal 100 horses. Burn the map black. And when you meet him, he'll still greet you like an old friend, because he was always there waiting, watching, like you. And yet, there's one moment, one glimmer in the fog of the legend, where the story shudders. In one player encounter I had with him, mine, I encountered him on a cliff before the mission began, and I didn't think much of it, so I just tried shooting at him, and he reacted, and he was hit, angered, not immune, not impervious, not a ghost. It was fleeting and it was strange, but it happened. Online you can find, a bunch of things that say he can't die, insisting he is immortal, because, John does shoot at him and nothing happens, but obviously I shot at him in the head and he died. Yeah. I guess even the devil might bleed. So guys, what is the purpose? What is he? Is he death? The devil? Coincidence? Code? In the end, perhaps he is all of them, or none. Perhaps a strange man exists to ask the question, not answer it. To remind us that even in a game where bullets fly and horses scream and men die like dust in the wind, there is still room for mystery, for metaphor, for the unknown. He reminds us that redemption isn't a clean word. It's dirty, ragged, painful. It doesn't come with a halo. It comes with a cost. And sometimes, it doesn't come at all. There is a man in a black suit who stands beside the grave. He doesn't smile. He doesn't mourn. He just waits. Because one day, we all ride home. And when we do, he'll be there, watching, as he always was.